Hello, Partnership Realty Realtors. Good to be back with you guys. Hope everybody is doing well. Today we're going to be filling out a offer for a contract to lease. So we're going to be going over the steps on how to submit an offer on a rental property and what are the steps and what are the documents that are required. One of the things that I want to show you guys is I want to go into your MLS. So we're going to open up the MLS. And I've got 3 shortcuts on top that you guys can put up there. Any of the shortcuts you want. It's very simple. It's just by going to menu and you just highlight. Like you see here where it says quick search. Just highlighting the star. And once you highlight it, you create shortcuts up on the top. So I've got a quick search because you're going to be doing searches. I also have office listings. These are all the listings from Partnership Realty. We have approximately over 400 to 450 listings every single month that you guys should be using for marketing purposes. You should be marketing through your social media, through your Facebook, of all the properties that you guys have to offer to sell to your clients. And Form Simplicity is where all of our documents are stored at, from whether you represent a buyer, a listing, whether you represent a commercial property, a vacant land. Everything is going to be in there. But today we're going to be working on rentals. So we have already selected one of our properties here, one of our listings, and we're using it as an example today on how to fill out a contract to lease. So listings right here on the right, all the information is always going to be in the same place. So right now they're asking $22.50 per month, and we want to see if the property if the landlord allows pets or not. So you go right here up on the top a little bit where it says pets allowed, and it says no pets allowed. The information is always going to be in the same place. The description of the property, the square footage, the bedroom count, and what they are requesting. So you want to go through the MLS report, read it carefully, and be able to see what the landlord and the listing agency is going to be requesting for if it's a credit report with the background, eviction, and so forth. A lot of the information on the property is down here. More details about the property, you'll get read it and recognize everything, so you can describe it to your prospects. So we want to go directly right into Form Simplicity, and this is going to be your active home page right there. Something that you definitely want to do is you definitely want to pay that $72. I think it's only $72 per year, the subscription, because this will save you a lot of time and money as well too, because a lot of times when you've shown a property to someone, 10, 3, 5 other realtors have actually shown that property. Time is of the essence. So sometimes, when your client is ready to make an offer on a property, again, you could decide to make an offer like the next day or 4 or 5 hours later, and another offer came in prior to that, and the landlord or the seller has already accepted the offer. So time's of the essence. When you guys use Form Simplicity, it truly takes no more than 5 minutes to fill out a contract to lease and to send it and get it e-signed. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes. E-signing could be signed either from a smartphone, a laptop, notepad, desktop, anything as simple as that. It truly takes no more than 10 minutes to have the entire contract or the offers filled out and have it e-signed and sent over to the listing agent. So you want to come, and you've got 4 tabs here. You've got how to start a form. You've got form packages, active packages, and archived. So we want to go to the home page, and we want to create a package. So you go here to Form Packages, And we're going to go down to where it says rentals. There's your rentals. Now, you guys have all your information there. You need to go through this very thoroughly. A very single package that's created because they're all different. Some are for vacant land, other are for commercial properties, other are for listings. Everything that you need is there at your fingertips that you can have access from any computer at any time. But in this case here, when we are working with a tenant or tenants, okay, something really important we need to find out is we need to do the background check, the credit report, and eviction. So we need a credit authorization and also an application. It's really important. Why? Because no landlord, no tenant management company, no listing agent is going to consider renting to your tenant or tenants without knowing who they are. So the application is very important to fill out. They need to know who this applicant is, what his age is, where do they live at, how long they've been residing at that address, where they work at, how much money do they make, do they have children, what their ages are, do they have autos, and do they have pets. It's very important to have all these things. A lot of landlords sometimes want 3 times the monthly rent. They want to make sure that the tenant makes the proper income, which is 3 times the monthly rent. So we need to know these things because we don't want to be giving them listings and having the tenants go out and really waste their time, gas, and so forth, and find a property they actually fall in love with, and then find out they truly won't be accepted by the landlord or by the management company or whoever's managing the property. So another thing is credit reports. Extremely important because on FICO scores. A lot of times you'll see a landlord that will put in there, we won't accept a tenant below 680, 700. So what if your tenant's got a 640, 605, and you're giving them MLS listings that require a 680 to a 700 score? Again, these are steps that we need to take prior to, and I'm going to show you guys on how to do that. So here we have the rental application already selected, and we have the credit authorization. Now I want to show you guys something really important. There is a blue line. We're going to go down a little bit here. Everything up here, these forms are all coming from Form Simplicity. That means it comes directly from their library. So Form Simplicity knows exactly where the initials go, where the dates go, or signatures are required. Anything below this blue line right here, these are documents that we have uploaded into the system. So Form Simplicity doesn't know where the signatures are going to be required at, where the initials are going to be required at, or even where the dates. So we have to grab, we just pull, drag it, and drop. We'll show you guys how to do that in a minute. So remember, anything below the blue line, these are documents that we here at Partnership Realty, we've uploaded into the system. So rental application, we need it, and credit authorization. Let's fill out a credit authorization real quick. Sorry. Yes, let's go down and do a credit authorization. Go down. And we're just going to open it up real quickly right now. Want you to see what it looks like, and then we're going to show you one already filled out. So once it's completely filled out, we're going to be sending this e-signing to your client. Your client's going to e-sign it. Once we get it back, then we're going to send it to Yalitza, and her email's right there is priyalitza@gmail.com. She's going to pull credit. She's going to pull national background, national eviction, and also sex offender. All of that's going to come up nationwide. Now, here's something you got to keep in mind. Credit agencies and our agency is only open Monday through Friday. And these days, we're usually open till Saturdays. But if you are showing properties on a Saturday or Sunday, make sure that you get this done this pulled, the credit pulled, the background and so forth, prior to Friday, okay? Why? Because there are a lot of common names, and Ismael Alvarez is a very, very, very common name. There are, I'm sure hundreds of thousands of them throughout the U.S. So whenever we pull something for an Ismael Alvarez, the system is looking nationwide. And so sometimes if it's not a common name, we'll get it back in 15 minutes. We'll get the credit report, we'll get the background, and we'll get the eviction within 15 minutes, or probably 5 minutes if it's not a common name. But if it's a common name like Tim Allen or Ismael Alvarez, then it will take sometimes 20 minutes to a couple hours, sometimes up to 24 hours. So make sure that if you're showing properties and you need this report, that this is done, I would probably say, done before Friday at 12. Because if we have to get this and have them to put have it processed a little bit faster, we could always call them up. The company that we pull credit through is open, and we can have them process this a lot quicker. So we'll have it ready for you by the end of the afternoon. But if Saturday and Sunday, we really can't pull any of this. So here, you need to look at the credit report, talk to the listing agent. Sometimes landlords only want the credit report. So if it's only credit report, we'll mark the first box as $25 per person. But sometimes they want credit report, national eviction, and national criminal background. So we're going to mark all three of those. Okay, it's $45 per person. So all of this has to be thoroughly filled out. And please don't put an initial for the middle name. Remember, there are a lot of Tim Allens. So there could be a Tim, Robert Allen. Don't put Tim R. Allen, because this is really opening up to a lot of, other initials. Could be, R for a lot of other nicknames, middle names, sorry. So make sure that you do spell out the proper middle name. So we're not going to fill it out. We have one already filled out that we're going to show you in a second, and we're going to show you where to email it to. And also, before we do that, we want to go up. And to making payments on this, we use Zelle. Very, very simple, very easy. It says pay through Zelle. Okay? Zelle is used by all banks nowadays. All they have to do is just put it right into 561-667-8361, and the payment will come in. We'll acknowledge it, and then we can actually pull the report for you. We're going to close this, and we're going to show you another report already that has been filled out. So you guys need on your desktop, you guys need, the following. So we're going to minimize everything, and you're going to open up a folder. And we have one up on the upper left-hand corner. We'll close that for a sec. Just close the whole thing. And we have Guillermo Martinez. We used him in other cases. But here we're using Tim Allen. So we're going to change the name on that, and we're going to name it Tim Allen. So rename it, and Tim Allen. So here's your folder for Tim Allen. And this is going to be on your desktop. And then we're going to show you what you're going to need to upload into this folder. So now let's open up the folder, Tim Allen's folder. So we're going to need the following in there. We're going to need a pay stub, proof of their being paid, whether it's weekly or biweekly. We're going to need a photo ID. We also want a copy of the MLS report. We want the rental application. And once we pull credit, it's going to go in there, and we want the credit authorization as well too. So up on the top, you see credit report. That means that we already pulled the credit. It's there. Okay. So give you an example, like on the ID, we'll click on the ID and open it up. That's just an example. So we have a Florida license, a U.S. passport, a U.S. ID, anything like that. So we're going to close that. Close the folder. Now, go back into our Form Simplicity. So we're going to select the 3 documents that we're going to need to get filled out. And so we have the contract to lease. We're going to go down. We've got the rental application, which you're going to thoroughly fill out and have your client sign it. And then we're going to go down as well, too, in the credit authorization. Now, how do you send the credit authorization and to who? Well, again, it's very simple. Let's uncheck the credit report, the contract to lease and the rental application. Just uncheck those 2. Uncheck. No, leave that one checked. Credit authorization, and go up, contract to lease, and uncheck that. So let's say that we've filled out, we're going to go down. We filled out the credit authorization already. It's completely filled out. What do? We're going to send it to get it emailed. So you've checked the document. You go up and see where it says select command. You're going to go there and you're going to email it. Who are you going to email this to? PRI for Partnership Realty Inc. PRI, Partnership Realty Inc. Yalitza at gmail.com. Now remember, this is on your credit authorizations right up on the top. So if you forget, it's right there up on the top. Okay? So subject, you want to put something in there, credit report. And, you want to put something in the message, something nice. Again, this is just an example, so we're not going to put a full sentence or full paragraph in there, So you just click on email. We're not going to click on email because we're going to send this to her unnecessarily. But all you have to do is click on email, okay? So let's cancel that. And what we want to do is, once the credit report has been emailed to you, you're going to save it to your desktop, and you're going to put it inside your folder. You're going to put it inside your Tim Allen's folder, as we've seen on the other example we did a little bit ago where it says credit report. So it's already in there. We already got it back, and it's in there. Now, we need to create a package. So how are we going to create a package? We're going to select the contract to lease, and make sure that we took off credit authorization from the bottom. Uncheck that. Because this is something that we've already done. So just come up to contract to lease and create a transaction. Now we're going to put the client's name in there. His name is Tim Allen. And transaction name is going to be the same. Now, very important, do not hit save. Don't hit save yet, because if you do, it's going to save everything inside that folder. You just need to select the file, whatever form. So we only have one selected, and now we're going to hit save. Okay. So now we come down, and as you see right there, this is the document. So we have a property already selected in our MLS. We're going to come to it, the MLS listing. And so go to contract to lease, open it up. Here is a contract to lease. We're going to go through it, and this is what needs to be filled out. We've already pre-filled one out for you. For example, the landlord, again, these are only examples. You guys should do test trials like this at home. The more test trials that you guys do, the better you get at this, okay? So, again, use your name, use the family member, use the kid's name, spouse's name, anyone's name. So, because they're only trials. So in this case here, the landlord is Ismael Alvarez, myself, which I'm not. Again, this is just a test trial. The tenant's name is Tim Allen. And the next, we're going to go into time of acceptance. Okay? So we're going to give them until April 17th for the landlord to decide if they want to accept our offer. I don't see why not. We've got the credit report back. The credit looks really good. The gentleman makes good income. And, we've got the pay stubs. We got the photo ID. We got the credit report. Background came in clean. No evictions and so forth. So we want, who's going to prepare this lease? It's going to be the landlord. So the landlord is going to prepare the lease. Now the deposit, once they accept our contract to lease, once they accept our offer, the $2,250, which is the first month's rent, is going to be held by partnership title and escrow upon acceptance. When you first meet someone, you don't have to take any deposit from them, because we don't know if the landlord's going to accept our offer or not. Wait till they accept the contract to lease, and then you take an escrow deposit. And escrow deposits, you do not take personal checks. It's got to be money orders or cashier's checks. Afterwards, the tenants can always make their monthly payments. They can make their monthly payments, with personal checks, but not upon, handing over the keys. You really need money orders, and you need cashier's checks when you're handing over the last month in security deposit. So here, the property address is already placed in there. The property is unfurnished, and this lease will begin on May 1st, and it's going to run for 1 year. Now, the next one, number 5, is going to be a total of the first month's rent, the last month's rent, and security deposit. If we add all those 3 together, it adds up to $6,750. Now, pet deposit. Remember how we went into the MLS and it said pets were not allowed? So we don't have a, see right there, pet allowed? Well, unfortunately, this landlord doesn't want a pet. Okay? So, evil thoughts are coming to my mind. But anyway, we're going to go down and let's go. No pet deposit. Okay. If we've already placed $2,250 into as a deposit, then into escrow, then we don't need to bring it at the time that we're going to be handing over the keys. We don't need to be bringing it in. So this is a credit already to the tenant that they will not have to bring in. Okay, they're going to have to bring in the difference, which is the last month and security deposit. This is just what also the $2,250 is what's going to be used to split the commission between the 2 agencies. Okay, so let's go down a little bit more. All right, number 6. What is the total amount per year? The $2,250 multiplied by 12 months comes out to $27,000 in rent. Okay, now there are some seasonal rentals, and there are some occasions that I've seen some tenants just pay for it up front, the entire. Corporations have rented properties from us, and they've had employees here in South Florida, and these corporations have paid the entire rent for the year completely up front. So, but in this case, we're not. In this case here, it's going to be paid per month on the first of the month. How much is going to get paid? $2,250. Okay. Now, are pets allowed or not? Well, no, they're not. So we're going to put in there prohibited per the MLS report, and you're going to put down the MLS report number. Okay. Smoking. Well, this landlord doesn't want pets, and it doesn't want smoking, so it's also not allowed. Okay, utilities that are going to be due by the tenant, okay, and what's going to be covered by the landlord. All the utilities are due by the tenant, that they're responsible for it, except for what? Well, this landlord has offered to pay for the lawn maintenance. So anything that the landlord's going to pay is going to be added in number 9. What the landlord is going to cover, whether it's pool maintenance, lawn maintenance, things like that. It's going to be included in there. Number 10, okay, tenants do hold certain responsibilities for maintenance inside the house. For little odds and ends that break, let's say a light bulb goes out, simple things. So you want to put in there that the landlord's going to be responsible for everything above $70 or more. So any repairs that are above $70, it's going to be the landlord's responsibility, but below $70, it'll be the tenant's responsibility. It could be a screen, God knows, any simple thing. Number 11. If there is a HOA, a management company, then we need to find out how much the application fee is per person. Remember, it's per person. So in this case here, we're using an example. The tenant is the one that owes the application fee, and it's $150. And how quickly do we want this application to be submitted in? Maybe within a couple of days. So remember, we gave them to the 17th as the acceptance date. So we need this application at least by April 21st. We need it pretty quickly because the tenant cannot move in without the HOA certificate of approval. So it's very important. And nowadays, HOAs are running running behind, and some of them are even closed down. So they're only coming in once in a while. So we want to make sure that we move on this pretty quickly. Additional terms here, extremely important. We want to put down that if the property is clean, we really don't need anything. If there's nothing outside in the yard, we really don't need anything. But what if the lawn maintenance, it's not well maintained, if they might have a boat outside, if they might have a car, a vehicle outside, a trailer? What if there's still furniture inside the house? What if the property is not too clean? Well, we want to put it in there. Landlord to clean the interior of the property prior to the move-in date. We want the landlord to remove the trailer, prior to the move-in date. Whatever you want done prior to the move-in date and handing in the funds and handing over your keys needs to go on number 12, okay? Very important in number 14. If the tenant or if one of the tenants is in our military, okay? If they're, we need to mark it in there whether they are, an active or non-active. We need to put it in there, yes or no. So we're going to come down, and we're actually almost done. I mean, as I mentioned to you guys, it actually takes 10 minutes to fill one of these documents out and e-sign it and have it sent over. Now, I want to go back. Here we go, showing you everything that you need because we're completely filled. We're completely done. But I want to go back into Tim Allen's file one more time because when you go to send the contract to lease, you need to send these documents included in the contract to lease. So let's open Tim Allen. We're going to go to desktop, and we're going to open up Tim Allen. And again, now we've got the credit report inside our folder, his folder. We've got the credit authorization. We've got the photo ID. We've got the MLS report. We also have proof of funds, proof of income, and the rental application. All that you guys have to do now is upload it into your active file. So let's go back into Form Simplicity. And up in the upper right-hand corner where you click Save, right? And then click Save your information, because if not, you got to put it all back in there. And click the X for closed. Now, you're going to come up to Active, up on the top. Go to Active. Because you can't create this package is already created. So you're going to go to Active. So we're going to open up the document, and we need to upload. We need to upload all these documents so we can send them to the listing agent. So we've got the contract to lease. It's already filled out. So you're going to come here to Add Files. You're going to do an upload. You're going to go to Choose a File. Then you're going to go to Desktop. Go up to Desktop. And then you're going to click. You're going to put right here on File Name. Just put Tim Allen right here. There we go. Now, what do we want? It's going to only let you upload one at a time. So we're going to upload the credit report. Okay, no, there we go. So let's see what we uploaded here. We uploaded the authorization. So go back to add a file and go to choose. It's going to open the folder automatically again. So go to number 1, up on top, all the way to the top, credit report. Click on that, hit open, and go down, upload. Then we're going to keep uploading the rest of the documents. You're going to go again, nope. We're going to go to add a file. Nope. Cancel on that. Right there. Upload a file. Choose the file. And we want the photo ID. Click on that. Hit open. Upload. Go down. Again, add a file, upload, choose, and we want the MLS report. Very important. Open, upload. I'm going to continue the process, going down again, add a file, upload, choose the file, and we will want the proof of income. Very important. Now we have one more last one to upload, and that's going to be the application. Go down. Nope, wrong one. Upload. Choose the file. And application. Hit open. And upload. Now, we want to send all this to the listing agent. So we need to check mark the contract to lease, which is already filled out. Check mark up on top. And now you're going to check mark all the documents that we've uploaded below. Okay? Now let me show you guys how quick this is. This is all done with e-signing. You don't have to leave the comfort of your home. This is so easy to do. So you're going to check mark what you want. You're going to go up to select the command. And we want to email. Now, who do you want to email it to? Open up the MLS report, which is open right next to you. Go to the MLS report. Go down. Get the listing agent's email. Copy, paste. And we're going to paste it. There we go. And now, subject, we're going to put down that here's an offer for your property. Offer to lease. Now I want you guys to go in the middle and I want you to take out that entire 2-sentence right there. Really don't need that. Okay, just delete it. Okay, and then you want to put some message up there. You know, we're not going to type anything in there, but you want to put a message in there. We're actually done with this. All you have to do is click email, which we're not going to do it. But I want to show you guys something that you want to do. See how on the signature page right there it says, thanks, Guillermo Martinez, Realtor Office Manager, and so forth. I'm going to show you guys how to add that in so you don't have to type that in all the time. It's going to stay there as a template. So I'm going to hit cancel because if I hit email, everything that I selected has been sent over. So not only did we upload the documents that we needed, okay, did we fill out the contract to lease and we sent it out already. It's that quick, especially when you guys do test trials on this. The more test packages that you guys do, the better you get with this. And also, once you've done test packages, you could always go in there and select all those test packages and delete them. You can't hurt the system. The only thing is you could help yourself by, again, getting familiarized with all the documents that we've got on the Form Simplicity packages and just doing test packages. Now, what I want to do is show you how to add in your address. You're going to go up to Preference, and you're going to go down, and right there where it says e-signature, this is phenomenal because just depends on what holiday you're in. you could always change it. Okay, so when you guys do it for the first time, this is going to be in blank, so you're going to fill it in. But let's say we're in, I don't know, happy holidays we can put in there. So and then you'll hit changes. You'll save changes. But, nope, spelled it wrong. There we go. Yeah, it'll upload it correctly if you misspelled it. And you just hit changes. But that's our class for today. Now, this Friday, we're actually going to be doing, how to fill out a lease. Because once they accept your contract to lease, this has been accepted, we're going to teach you guys how to fill out a lease. What if you're the listing agent? Remember, the landlord has to fill out the lease. So you as a listing agent need to know how to fill out this lease per the contract. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.